YouTube, it's Nora, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing a product, which are $10 makeup brushes off Amazon. The story behind the brushes is that a few weekends ago my parents came up to visit me at college and took me shopping because my mom likes to splurge on me, very kind lady, and I had said to my mom, you know, Mom, I don't have a certain set of makeup brushes. I have like a few from here and there, and like an aunt gave a few to me one time, and I don't have like just like a common set that I like. They're either like too soft or they don't, like they just fold on your face. They don't really apply the makeup. So I told my mom how there are these $10 brushes on Amazon, and she was like, okay Nora, I'll buy them for you. So I decided that I'm actually gonna do a review for them because they're $10, and who else can get a set of 7 makeup brushes for $10 that are good quality if they are? I don't know yet, so that's what I'm going to be doing. The makeup brushes I will be reviewing today are called like Duorime. I can't really say that. And the front just says makeup brushes, and then it says chic makeup brushes, and it's just very simple packaging. I like that it's plastic because it's really sturdy, especially when it's shipped. And it just has like a poem like thanking the buyer. Kind of strange, never seen that before. And in the packaging it comes with, once I get the top open, there we go, 7 brushes, and it also comes with this little, I guess not pamphlet, but kind of card that just says thank you, and they're going to give me a discount if I order more stuff, but I didn't order off their website, so I don't actually know what to do with this. So these are the makeup brushes. When you look up the description on the product where you buy it off Amazon, they don't actually say they have specific uses. Like, you know, some makeup brushes are say on them like, oh, specific blush brush. These ones don't. They have in the description a few things that you could use them for, so you can interpret them yourself. So what I have decided to do is we'll start with these 4. The big one, I'm going to use it for foundation. The middle one, I'm going to use it for blush, which I don't have, so I'm not going to be testing this one today, but I'm going to be using the other ones. This little kind of small oval one I'm going to be using for concealer. This one, which is a type of fan brush, I'm going to be using for contour and highlighting. And then I have a smaller one, which maybe I'd use like for bronzer if I used. Again, not going to use this one either. And then I have 2 little round ones, which I thought were the same. But if you look at the sides, this one's flat and this one's rounded. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this one for eyeshadow and this one for blending. Oh, actually, I do have a use for this one. I have my Prolong Wear eye pot, and I'll use that on my eye. That's what I'll do. How the video will work is I will use a brush, and then after I will say a little bit about it, and then I'll go on to the next product, use it, say a little bit about the brush, and then at the end I'm going to do an overall rating and share with you guys whether I think you should spend the cheap amount of money for a decent amount of makeup brushes. So let's get right into it. Also, a little side note for you guys, I'm still very low, almost running out of foundation. So I'm hoping to get a decent amount out of the bottle and that it will look decent on my face and I'll have enough. But I'm not exactly sure yet about that. Okay, so for the foundation brush, I must admit it felt really nice on my face. It seemed to be able to put the makeup more evenly over my face typically than a beauty blender does. Beauty blender takes a little more to move it because I think they kind of soak up a little of the product. And I like how it's kind of bendable, so you can kind of put more pressure to it. Whereas like a regular brush, you put more pressure and the kind of bristles just maybe fold. I will say it almost made it easier to get makeup lines with this. I felt like I was having to more smooth out lines on my face. That typically wouldn't happen with a beauty blender. But overall, this compared to a beauty blender, I would recommend. I think it was better than a beauty blender. It made it more even and it felt nicer. So let's get right on to concealer. weirdly enough, I kind of felt weird using a brush to do my concealer. I almost felt like I put a little too much on the first spot that I did on my forehead, and I wasn't entirely sure at first if it was easier to blend in a beauty blender, but I have to admit it did do a good job. I think I got more into the hang of it once I was actually doing the other spots. So compared to a beauty blender, I would probably recommend. I still like the feel of it on my face, and I still felt that it did it very equally. Unlike where a beauty blender, where if you want it all to be equal, I feel like you kind of have to sponge your face and like dab it on. So definitely better than a beauty blender. And next one I think I am going to do is my eyes. So I'm going to use my Pro Longwear pot, and I'm going to use this little brush to put it on my eyelid. Well, not evenly, like expected. I didn't think that this brush would fail me, like the other ones might, but overall 10 out of 10 for this one. I would probably use it more than the brush I use for my Pro Longwear pot now. Onto this little kind of flat brush, which I'm going to use for eyeshadow. I'm not sure how well this one will use, or if maybe I might change it to this one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to try this one first though. After I do the eyeshadow, I'm just going to blend it out with the other one. Alright guys, I actually really liked using these way better than the eyeshadow brushes that I have. So my camera died. I finished the rest of my makeup that didn't need the brushes, and 10 out of 10 would like recommend these. They're cheap on Amazon. They're a whole set, and they spread the makeup on way like more equal than the rest typically does, like a beauty blender or just other regular brushes. They did create a little more of lines, but I don't think that's an issue. I think that was just the way I was applicating it. And quite honestly, I like them more than a beauty blender. I really do. They don't hold as much makeup either. They do, I think, take a little while to get like used to, because obviously they're new brushes, you're holding them a different way. But again, 10 out of 10 would recommend, guys. They're a great deal. So I'm going to leave the link below, and you guys can go check them out, buy them, do whatever you want. So thank you guys for watching.